We skipped last Thursday's roundup because it was too depressing. And it was Thanksgiving in the US. This week, we have just a couple of pieces of news that may put you off surfing, like forever. Welcome to the Wipeout Weekly, the daily podcast for beginners, wannabe surfers, and seasoned wipeout enthusiasts. No hype, no filler, just the highs, lows, and honest truth about learning to surf and finding your place in surf culture. I'm your host, Suze Wilson. Let's go out. Let's start with the bad. When Daily Mail covers surf news, you know you've reached the bottom. Tenerife surfer arrested after throwing rocks at tourists in lineup dispute. A confrontation at Punta Blanca in Tenerife escalated violently when a local surfer attacked two Venezuelan tourists, accusing them of stealing his waves. Social media footage shows the man punching surfer Christian Medeiros in the water before running up a seaside path and throwing rocks at Medeiros and his partner, Alexandra Caraballo. According to local reports, the couple offered to move to a different part of the break, but the man attacked without warning. The fight spilled onto shore, where he continued yelling and hurling stones. The surfer later issued a partial apology expressing regret for throwing rocks, but also blaming the visitors for disrespecting the spot and upsetting long-standing local surf dynamics. The incident comes amid broader tension in the Canary Islands, where anti-tourism protests have surged and officials have warned of declining visitor confidence. It is said that local authorities are investigating. And this story is a testament that some surfers are just too much. North Shore Lifeguards issued chilling warning as massive swell hits Oahu. The North Shore lit up this week with a terrifying early winter swell. Pipeline, Waimea, and the entire 7-mile Miracle getting pounded by 30 to 40-foot waves. Woohoo! The Honolulu Fire Department issued a rare public warning telling people, especially adult learners, to stay out of the water entirely. While officials kept their tone measured, longtime lifeguard and former pro surfer Jason Magallanes did not. After spending the day rescuing inexperienced surfers from chaotic conditions, he posted a blunt message: "You will come home in the box." He described people trying to tow surf without knowing how to operate skis, navigate channels, or time sets, calling it a shit show. At Waimea, things were equally dangerous. Surfers collided, dropped in on each other, and paddled out wearing safety gear they didn't even know how to use. Magallanes emphasized that on a day built for elite big wave surfers, those without proper training weren't just risking themselves, they were risking the lifeguards trying to save them. You know, sometimes it isn't gatekeeping. It's just common sense. Moving on to, is this a good story? Is this a bad story territory? We'll see. Fiji may bring back pay-to-surf rules at Cloudbreak. Fiji is considering reinstating a controversial system that would reprivatize some surf breaks, including Cloudbreak, and require surfers to pay for access. The proposal would reverse the 210 surfing decree, which opened all Fijian breaks to the public and fueled a boom in local surf businesses and homegrown talent. Before 2010, several resorts held exclusive rights to nearby waves, and local Fijians were often barred from surfing them. That changed when all the breaks were made accessible, creating what pioneer Ian Ravavu Muller called an explosion of local surfing. The new bill argues that indigenous communities should receive compensation when visitors use their traditional marine areas. Tourism Minister Bill Gavoka said previous rules denied locals huge opportunities to benefit from their own resources. If passed, the legislation could reshape surf tourism in Fiji and potentially reintroduce a pay-to-surf model at one of the world's most iconic waves. We have an entire episode on Cloudbreak coming out. Check it out. Oh, this is an interesting one. Dylan Graves breaks obscure Guinness World Record on Indonesia's 7 ghosts. Dylan Graves, patron saint of weird waves, has officially earned one of surfing's strangest honors, the Guinness World Record for most top turns on a single wave. The number 46. Yes, Guinness really counted them. This is so funny. The ride happened in March 2003. Oh my God, they took their time. On the Bono in Indonesia, a tidal bore wave system better known as 7 ghosts. The Bono forms when a massive incoming tide charges upriver and produces a wave that just keeps going. It's an undulator bore, meaning each big pulse is followed by several more, which is why the wave rolls through the jungle in a series of 7 distinct walls. Oh my God, 46 top turns. Congratulations. Who says surfing is not free? When the Eisbach went flat, Munich surfers logged 1,000 free wave pool sessions. When Munich's beloved Eisbach river wave suddenly went flat in early November, thanks to a dredging project that removed too much sediment, the city's hardcore river surfers were devastated. In response, O2 Surftown, MUC, Germany's only wave pool, stepped in with a surprisingly wholesome offer. Show a photo of yourself river surfing, get a free session. More than 1,000 surfers took them up on it, totaling around 100,000 euros in donated sessions. The gesture was a nod to how deeply the Eisbach shaped Munich surf culture and how strongly the community rallies when their wave disappears. The Eisbach's collapse happened after engineers lowered water levels to clear sediment, but overshot the mark, leaving nothing for the river flow to hit. Instead of a standing wave, the water now collapses into mushy whitewater. City engineers are now working on restoring the wave. Until then, Munich's river surfers have migrated to the wave pool. I think this might be my favorite story this week. Oregon's sightless surfer joins Team USA after lightning-fast rise. Oregon adaptive surfer Emily Perry has made a stunning leap from beginner to Team USA competitor in just weeks, a journey she describes as unexpected. Emily, who is blind due to Stargardt's macular degeneration, said the shift began after she casually asked her surf guide how far she was from competing. His answer? You could compete now. With only weeks to qualify for Team USA tryouts, she had 2 options: Hawaii the following week or Japan 3 weeks later. She chose Japan, flying solo internationally for the first time, buying her first board, and trusting strangers to help her navigate a foreign country. She competed successfully, returned home, and 8 days later made the USA team at tryouts in Oceanside, California. The experience, she says, restored a sense of confidence she feared she'd lost. Emily went on to help Team USA win silver at the ISA World Championships in November, a remarkable achievement for someone who was just a complete beginner earlier this year. Ooh, we've got some news from Ireland. New Wave spotlights Ireland's rising junior surfers. Ireland's junior surf scene gets the spotlight in New Wave, an 8-part documentary premiering on RTE2 and RTE Player. These are TV stations in Ireland. The show follows young surfers vying for spots on Team Ireland ahead of the European Surf Championships in Santa Cruz, Portugal. Filmed over one unpredictable Atlantic season, the series tracks surfers from Donegal, Sligo, Clare, Dublin, Waterford, and Kerry as they balance school, fierce weather, and the pressure of competition. Only 3 surfers per division will make the national team. Narrated by champion surfer Caoimhe Skinner-Syme, New Wave blends personal storytelling with cinematic surf footage, offering a rare inside look at the friendships, rivalries, and ocean moments that shape young Irish surfers. I really want to watch it now. And that's all for today. Check out the Wipe Weekly for our free newsletter, more stories, and ways to connect with us. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow for more of the Wipe Weekly.